one, remove this piece right here. It all comes out as one unit. Again, careful not to break it. It takes some force to get this out. But once it does, you gotta undo, and of course you see I'm doing this with one hand. You gotta undo the lighter. Hang on. All right, you have to undo the lighter, which is that orange connector right here. And this gives you access to all this fun stuff. There's a screw with a red on it, and these screws here, which I believe you have to undo. Okay, sorry I had to jump ahead. I got my console out. You can see other videos to get your console out, but essentially you're just removing this bolt and this, right, Phillips head, sorry, I got a flashlight in my mouth. And then there's two 12 millimeter sockets, bolts in there, and two Phillips head, which mine were missing. And then the whole thing has to just, you lift up the back of the console and pull it towards the back seat, and at the same time you're prying it off of these two little nubs, and it should come right out. And actually there's some hooks. You're just kind of like lifting it up off of those hooks. Then the adjustment. Now, I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to be making videos here, obviously, but if this helps anybody, you can see on the parking brake handle, there is these two nuts right here, and that's got to be, I'm guessing because I didn't see any videos to show me how to do this, but obviously there's a jam nut there, and then a nut under that you have to tighten. And that's what I'm going to do. You want probably 6 to 7 clicks, depending on how worn your brakes are. You have to know the proper amount of clicks that you want out of your parking brake before there's drag on your back brakes. You don't want drag on your back brakes. So I suggest that before you put it all back together, you go for a ride and adjust accordingly. Anyway, that's basically how you get in here. And this is a 99 Camry XLE. So every video I've seen shows a different place for a different kind of adjustment, but this is a 99 Camry. All right, hopefully this is helpful. Thanks. A little bit more here. Look how loose this is when this is in the down position. That goes to show you that there's extra slop that needs to be taken up. While you're in here, you can clean a bunch of things and lubricate a bunch of things, and definitely vacuum out all the krill that's been in here for a couple centuries. All right, this is a 10 millimeter nut, which I believe we want to tighten, obviously. Sorry. I'm working in really weird conditions here, folks. It's freezing cold out. And if you're like me, your wife is yelling at you. Get your ass in here. All right, go a little further. So I loosened this jam nut. Now I'm just tightening this. I'm going to be lubricating, doing all sorts of interesting things. It's definitely getting tighter. But we got to keep going. Don't let the wife keep you from doing this. All right, I'm just kidding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, we're getting in there. I'm gonna go for 6 because I can. Gets quiet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. It's starting to engage right about here. Maybe a little too much. Let's back off a little bit. Also, I want to check to see if the, I guess the brake light switch is down here somewhere. I saw it a little while ago. Seems to be missing now. Oh, here it is, right here. That's the brake light switch. Gonna get some cleaner in there. Electrical cleaner, just to make sure that's still working good. But this is an opportunity to change the light bulb in here. While you're doing that, you just take this out, and I think you got to pop some things off, little clips. Pull that straight up, and they'll give you access to the light bulb. It's a 194 bulb. Put an LED in there, but it will be blown in 3 years because that's what LEDs do, because they suck, but they really light up really well. Anyway, that's what I would suggest. Okay, so you're seeing it. Oops, I'm honking here. Anyway, it's tight, it's good. I'm gonna put the console back in. Remember to get those little hooks up and in. I'm gonna try and do this with one hand. Of course it won't work, but you gotta drop forward. Make sure that they're sticking out on this side. You gotta make sure that all 4 of them are in. There, they're in. They're in. Okay, that's all there is to it. Really, not a lot to get it back in. Okay, one more screw after this. Don't go too tight. Got those 2 bolts in. Sorry, I gotta talk with my my mouth full of a flashlight here. I don't have a drop light, so I have all the lights on in the car and it's still not bright enough. Okay, all right, she's in. She's tight. Just gotta put that piece back in. Looking into the well in the console, there's the two 12mm bolts are the only thing that holds it in. There are 2 holes there, but there's nothing that it goes into that I can see. So once again, I'm going to leave those screws out. They were not there to begin with. So anyway, all right, she's in the front. I made a custom door hinge here that is not sprung like this one. This one actually has a spring, and they both had springs, but I got rid of the spring on this one and made it so that I could pull this bolt out and get this out so I can clean in there, because you can't really clean very well in there. So now at least I can clean one of them. Maybe later I'll take this one out too, or maybe I'll just get rid of the doors altogether. Not sure, but gonna customize it, baby. All right. I always think of it as an opportunity to clean everything once I get things apart, because you get to do it so infrequently. So I'm cleaning this thing up a little bit. Remember, eminence inside. That's a little sticker somebody gave me. All right. So we're gonna attach the orange connector to this, and we'll be back in business. All right, and it's starting to look normal again. Very cool. All right, so everything is in, and sorry it wasn't a better video. Thanks. Oh, I almost forgot. So this is now unsprung, unlike this one, which is sprung. And this is the adjuster, so I can actually tighten it so that it goes up slowly, which I think is just as good. Or I can loosen it, and now you can do this. See? How much fun is that? All right, it's all right. Okay, this concludes this horrible video. I hope this helps somebody somewhere, somehow today. Thanks. Here's a bonus tidbit for you. I made a hole here for a pen, and it fits perfectly right there. Doesn't hit anything. There's nothing behind it. So this is, I've had this in for about 5 years. I gotta have that. And of course I have a screwed and glued epoxied phone holder, magnetic phone holder. And these you can get on different car sites. This is a voltage meter, because you don't have one in the car, you don't know what your battery's doing. And it actually works real good. It's got 2 USB out, and it's got a meter. Let me see if I got my key. I'll show you what it does. All right, so when the car isn't running, it's there. You get used to the lights where they are. I don't know if I trust the scale, but this will let you know if your alternator isn't alternating right or your battery is low. It'll tell you there's a problem. And I think this is a real good way to go. There's some with digital readouts, whatever. That's just another one of the many little tricks I have, besides a light there that goes to a white noise generator. So when I'm backing out of a Walmart parking lot and I don't hit anybody because it scares the crap out of them, as you heard. Here, I'll do it again. Anyway, all right. We got dash cams. We got microphones. I got the coolest Viper starter. I could be in a Walmart superstore in the back of it, and it'll still start my car and tell me what temperature it is in the car, and all from the remote. It's really, really cool. All right, everything over to LED. Everything in the car is LED. All the lights outside, all the lights inside. The directionals are LED. Everything is LED. This is LED. My dome light. Both my dome lights. This is super, super bright. This is the way to do it, I'm telling you. LED. Even my glove box door is light is LED. Love this car. Best car ever. All right.